Greetings, YouTube. I was listening to NPR the other day, and there was someone discussing the national emergency that the president just declared in the face of the fact that there is no national emergency. There is no emergency on our border at all. In fact, the state that has the most undocumented crossovers in America is Vermont. Yeah. There is no tidal wave of undocumented workers or undocumented migrants rushing across the borders in America. That's mythology. That's lies. It's propaganda being spewed by the GOP and their racist base. Just like the propaganda they spread about Muslims. They're trying to establish Sharia law in America. No, they're not. In fact, the people are coming here specifically because we have protections for religious freedom. Funny about how people who have theistic faiths and aren't social conservatives and bigots want those protections to remain in place. Yeah, for everybody. But in the process of discussing this, she said that she felt that just because a president has the ability to enact a national emergency like this, it has power, does not mean that the president should use that power in an unfettered manner. And I was struck by the word unfettered, because it is the perfect word to describe President Manbaby, our toddler-in-chief, because he is unfettered. He is unfettered from reality, from ethics, from morality, from the law. He's just got no connection to any of these things. He will do or say anything, and he doesn't care how many people are harmed or killed, so long as it makes him look good, so long as it gets him to stay in the position that he's in. During his campaign, he said he would walk onto the streets of America and shoot somebody, and his supporters would still support him. And frankly, I believe him. I believe he'd do it. This is a man that's convinced himself he's thin and has hair and large hands. Things which are demonstrably not true. Doesn't matter. He believes them. He believes that women want him, even though he has to pay them. And I'm all about sex work. Go for it. You should be able to do whatever you want. But let's be honest. If the only way you can get women is because you can ply them with money and, say, immigration security, maybe you're not quite the desirable catch that you think you are in your own head. He's just unfettered from anything. He has no connection to the real world. He was born into a bubble of privilege and security, and no one has ever burst that bubble of privilege and security. Somebody did a study about the amount of money his father handed to him when he was a young man, and they said if you'd put that into an investment portfolio of the time and run it correctly from that time to the present, he'd have probably more money than he's actually got. This is the guy who ran 2 casinos into bankruptcy. Casinos print money, but he failed at both of them. He's been a failure his entire life. He's an idiot. But no one tells him that because he's got power. And he's a blowhard. And he throws tantrums like a toddler. He's dangerous on every level. And he is just not connected to reality. And I could not think of a better word to describe our president than unfettered.